All right, we're here to play Iron Man at Papa outside of Pittsburgh. Iron Man is one of Stern's most recent creations, and it's a brutally difficult game. And I think for a lot of players, that's what makes it enjoyable. It's kind of a return to some of the old school games where if your game lasted more than 3 or 4 minutes, you put up a good effort. We're going to take you through some of the features in Iron Man, some of the goals, and we'll see how far we can get through the game. One of the biggest goals is to try and complete the 5 objectives in the center of the playfield: the Iron Man objective, the War Machine, Whiplash, multi-balls, the drones, which is basically progress towards War Machine, and the Ironmonger multi-ball. So if you can complete all 5 of those tests, you get a chance to play Do or Die, which is a 50 million hurry-up on a game where 12 million is a replay and 30 million is a great score. So it really has a very heavy risk-reward element. Completing all the tasks on the same ball allows you to play Do or Die. Completing all the tasks at all lights Jericho. It's actually 6 tasks, but those are 5 of the 6. And so Jericho and Do or Die are the main goals of the game. We'll see how far we can get. Now, Iron Man is brutally difficult, and particularly the outlanes. You see how wide the outlanes are set here. At Papa, they're set as wide as they can go. And there's going to be no ball saver as well. So what we need to talk about here is how to get control of the ball and how to manage a game where side-to-side motion is very common. The first tactic is that when the ball returns from the bumpers to the right side, I'm going to push the machine with my right hand to push the ball off the sidewall. So when that occurs, I'll let you know. The idea there is that by getting the ball off the sidewall, it keeps it from coming down and hitting the slingshot and going out of control immediately. Getting control is important, and then now we've got to focus on our tasks. One task is to complete the Whiplash, which is this shot. You must hit Whiplash 5 times to start its multi-ball. So I'm going to try to backhand it into Whiplash. And as you see, I nearly paid for that mistake with my ball. Let's get back. Once you lose the ball, you got to get it back under control and just retarget. There's the Whiplash shot. The first Whiplash shot goes out of control with a magnet, so sometimes I've lost the ball actually on that return. Whiplash takes 5 shots to start, but you don't want to start it directly. You actually want to stack it with at least one other round. The ideal is the War Machine multi-ball stack to then start Whiplash during War Machine. The other stack that's very useful is the bogey stack, which are the ramp shots. So you can shoot the ramp shots. Either ramp can be shot from the left flipper. So I'm going to try to backhand the left ramp there, and then shoot it directly to the right ramp. And we'll do that back and forth if we can. And I'm going to try again not to start this round. I got 3 out of the 5 shots there. There's 4, but I do not want that 5th shot. Now I have control again. And the reason I'm not shooting that shot to start bogey is I want to stack it. I want bogey to be running during something else, one of the multi-balls. So now I'm going to just deliberately ignore bogey in favor of some of the other goals. Another goal to talk about is the Ironmonger shot, which is the spinner shots on the outside. You have to shoot the spinner shots enough times to spell out Monger to raise them, and then shoot Monger 6 times to start the multi-ball. Once Monger gets raised, you can't shoot any of the shots that are behind it. The left ramp, the drone targets, the War Machine. Well, you can hit the War Machine, but that left ramp is kind of out of play once Monger comes up. This is also a good opportunity to talk about the loop pass. And bam, and you see there, that was me popping the machine. I'm going to do a loop pass, which is a long shot around and then dropping the flipper like a drop catch when it approaches. As you can see, every time the ball is out of control, I am on it, on the machine, trying to keep the ball from going where it wants to, which is the side lanes. If I can get the ball to keep from going into the in-lane, out-lane areas at all, I have a much better chance of getting that ball to stay up for a while. Monger also disables Whiplash, so I'm actually going to try to shoot Whiplash a couple more times to make progress. You'll notice that I'm deliberately trying not to start anything because I want to start all of these things on the same ball. And Whiplash, as you can tell from that situation, that was a good live catch to get control again. Whiplash sends the ball completely out of control, so you need to have both flippers down, be ready for the ball, was Whiplash is going to send it back at you. And you could lose the ball out of Whiplash through no fault of your own. But you see there, if I hadn't lowered my flipper, and I still don't have control of this ball yet. If I hadn't lowered my flipper to get that second left flip in, I would have been hosed there. As it was, it worked out, but it was a very dangerous situation. And just something that really comes up all the time with the Whiplash or any game that returns the ball at speed. The fourth goal to concentrate on is the Iron Man targets, and those red targets, I've hit most of them just randomly bouncing around. You can bank the ball off the Iron Man targets into Whiplash, similar to the way it works in World Cup Soccer. So I'm going to try that here. And I missed it way too far to the left. That was a little better, but still not what I was after. So now Whiplash multi-ball is ready, I believe. Okay, and I've started bogey. I'm going to try to start Whiplash immediately. Oh, okay, I miscounted Whiplash. I need one more shot to Whiplash. While bogey is running and time is running out. Now Whiplash has started. So my goal here is to shoot all shots which are running for bogey, and there'll be Whiplash jackpots too. So this kind of stack allows you to earn a lot more points in a quick order than you might otherwise. Now you still have to execute, of course, and so if I can't shoot anything, like I'm not able to, it seems. Yeah, whatever. One thing to watch out for here is commonly the War Machine shot will give an add-a-ball in these situations too. So you can use the add-a-ball to your advantage. Oh yeah! There's a Lazarus ball there, which happens more frequently than you might expect on Iron Man. If you go back and watch it at ultra high speed, you'll notice the ball was below the flippers there, and now it's back. So that was Whiplash, and I kind of hosed myself just a little by playing Whiplash before anything else is really completed, especially the drone targets. It's going to be very difficult to get do or die out of this. But the next goal I'm going to try for is to get Monger and Iron Man running together, which is a nice stack.
Iron Man completed. Mark 4 completed. Ground assault drone.
So here is Monger completed, and oh, no, fumble. Just a bad drain there, unfortunately. And so Monger is complete. The settings on this particular Iron Man are still set the way they were at Papa 13, which means I have to shoot the center spinner to bring up the Ironmonger in the first place. It's pretty difficult, but let's go ahead and do that. There's that tap out. I've also completed 4 out of the 6 marks, so if I can get Monger and War Machine at some point during this game, I will get to Jericho. So there's the Monger shot, raises Monger. Monger takes 6 shots, and this is a good time to talk about what to do and what not to do with Monger.